Tuchel's first game assessment then, people. Who wants to start first on this one? What did you make of the lineup? How ambitious was it? What was the style of play like? Was there a clear difference between him and Southgate in the first game? The result was, a good win for England, but what did you make of that first debut start for Tuchel?
Positive. Obviously, I'm going to be a little bit biased saying that because our boy stole the show, man of the match, scored a goal. It wasn't just a goal, his overall performance was good.
Anyhow, that was kind of strange. What this guy?
He's already asked. He's already asked.
I was at the training
One of
ground
the first things he said this morning.
No, but I mean, I watched the game and there were some positive elements and I thought Tuchel's team performed well.
Any standouts?
Well,
obviously, Miles Lewis Skelly obviously scored on his debut.
Declan Rice played well.
Anyone else that doesn't play for Arsenal? Or?
No. I mean, listen, man. Harry Kane actually, his goal, that second goal was
Very
tremendous.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really good.
Nice striker.
70th goal that for England.
Mad.
We'll speak more about him as well.
I think it was okay. I liked what Tuchel said at the end of the game. Really, saying about the wingers, saying about Foden and Rashford. They didn't have enough dribbles. They didn't want to take the ball. And drive with the ball.
Very honest.
Enough. Very honest, very open. It always has been in all of his presses. That's he will tell you what he really thinks. So he clearly wasn't happy about that. Jude, difference maker for the goal that he set up for Lewis Skelly as well. The ball that he put through for him was fantastic against a low block that Albania had. That's why Thomas Tuchel was probably a little bit annoyed because they sat in and he wanted to be more progressive, a bit more inventive, take a few more risks. They were a little bit safe. But, Dan Burn, big Dan Burn in there on his debut, just headering everything out.
Big fan of Dan Burn.
He did get found out a couple of times.
He went past him a couple of times for pace because, that's the limitations of Dan Burn we know, and obviously the good bits about his game.
Hit the bar as well.
Yeah,
with a header.
He hit the bar with a header. So whether you look at that and go, see, that's right, get him in the World Cup squad, it weren't really that, but this a nice moment for him.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was
okay.
It was alright. Yeah,
it was okay. I wouldn't.
Out of 10, how much would you give it?
6, maybe.
But they're supposed to deal with them like that.
The thing is that the reason I would say that it was slightly above average is because when you've looked at like performances under Gareth Southgate, would I say it was loads better? Not by like miles, but I would say I was slightly more entertained at times. Again, I preferred, I guess, the lineup. It was a little bit more adventurous compared to what we've seen. Well, when I saw the squad,
injured, isn't it?
When I saw the squad come out, I still thought it was quite safe. It wasn't too dissimilar really to the squad that Southgate had picked. So I guess we can't really expect like a completely different performance. But I guess that takes time. That's his first game that we've seen. I guess we'll see tonight if it's any different. I'd give it a 6 just purely for the fact that there was a little bit more creativity, but you want to kind of see more freedom, and that's what he spoke about last week, didn't he, Thomas Tuchel, saying that he wants them to be creative and that England have been too safe, where we watched on Friday night it was still probably a little bit too safe and a little bit erring on the side of caution, but we've got a long time to go before we get to the World Cup. So if that's a starting point, I'm fine with it.
It's heavy on a lot of the players, and some people interpret that as a shade at Gareth Southgate. I didn't necessarily think that. I think what he's saying, the culture of England, is that the shirt wears heavy, so he's trying to encourage you more.
Yeah, go and express yourself. And listen, there were some, like I said, some individual just for Lewis Skelly though. Like, he's got his grandma in the stand, his mum in the stands.
Unbelievable.
He's broke through into the Arsenal team this season. He's scored against Man City and had all of that moment. He's putting in good performances to make his debut for England, score on his debut as well from left back. Like, the kid just deserves so much praise. Like he is humble, and do you know what? And I know he's humble, but he's also got personality and got a bit about him, and he's also got the belief that he belongs at the level. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Himself.
Is he going to experience difficult moments in his career as an 18-year-old?
He already has. He's been sent
off here and there. Like, is he going to have a bad game and get twist up a couple of? Yes, of course, that's fine. But to do that at that age is fantastic, and I just, as much as like I'm like giving him his props and I'm lauding him now, I also don't want like the country to do what it always does, which is just he's put himself, which has already started. We saw it before the game. We all spoke about it before, and I'm so glad he went on to get a debut goal because we was all defending him on the panel for his inclusion and stuff like that, and picked him to probably start the game. So I was really pleased that he went to do that. But now what's going to happen is there's going to be people waiting. There's going to be people waiting for the first bad game. This is why you can't play at this level.
The downfall.
The downfall. They're going to wait for the downfall.
You know, like when you say about the shirt wears heavy. That's exactly what it is. People in this country, whether it's just fans or media, they cannot wait to jump on the back of someone that is, you know, even whether it's established or up and coming, like to get onto them straight away. Yeah. It's like we want to see people do badly.
But we also like building them up.
Yeah, and then tearing them down.
The story's finished. Like once you build the player up, there's enjoyment in that, going, he's this, he's that. Then they hit that sort of ceiling, you go, it's a bit boring now. Kind of need to.
Let's make a new
I need a dramatic fall. It's like it happens in just society and human life.
The jealousy kicks in.
100%. And really, what we need to be talking about, Philip Foden, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Philip Walter Foden.
Philip Walter Foden.
Philip Walter Foden, mate. Like, boy, this is a big drop from that PFA award. Like,
big time,
and which he fully deserved. He was unbelievable.
One season wonder.
At the level, well, we have to say that, definitely, in terms of the level he performed at the PFA level last year, because he's always been a good player. I've always rated him. I still think he is a good player. But the fall off,
it's mad.